Thank you for watching this preview video at xm.com. We'll be discussing the upcoming Bank of Canada meeting and the outlook for the Loonie. I'm Maria Bashirdes, and joining me is investment analyst Achilleas Georgolopoulos. So Achilleas, on Wednesday, the Bank of Canada will hold its last meeting for 2023. What have recent data releases highlighted about the Canadian economy, and what is Canada's current state of inflation? Do you think the BoC will remain hawkish this time?
Good morning, Maria. Yes, the final meeting for 2023 is held on Wednesday. Generally, central bankers have had a very tough period, very tough year in terms of inflation. However, with inflation dropping aggressively over the past few months, they probably have managed to make an impact. In the case of Canada, the Bank of Canada own quarterly forecast has inflation dropping to 2.2% by 2025, which is in line with the remit. However, there are a few issues the Bank of Canada are worried about, one of which being the strong wage increases, which support, of course, the strong domestic demand, and of course, that results in a certain price pressure in the system. That's why at the last meeting in October, the minutes showed that the BoC officials discussed about a rate hike. So there was a hawkish, essentially, tone to it, which of course appeared at the statement, but it was important for the market to see that the minutes actually describe that. Now, going into this week's meeting, and we think that being hawkish is probably a win-win situation for the Bank of Canada. From the one side, being hawkish, they have the option, if oil prices go higher during the first quarter of 2024, which usually helps, of course, the GDP of Canada, then they can announce a rate hike. Possibly, as I said, the first quarter of 2024, but maybe that extends into the second quarter. In this case, the market, of course, will be disappointed because the market now expects a series of rate cuts. However, the Bank of Canada has been hawkish, and they have been quite clear that they will consider rate hikes if needed. On the other side, of course, even if they appear hawkish at this meeting, if the situation turns sour into 2024, then they would have the excuse to being more dovish and eventually announce a rate cut. Of course, in this case, the market will be very pleased because, as I said earlier, they expect a series of rate cuts.
Turning to the Loonie now, can you tell us how it's been performing against the US dollar since the October meeting and what reaction we're likely to see going forward?
Yes, the Loonie has had a very good period against the dollar since the October meeting. Part of it, of course, is the dollar weakness we have been seeing across the board. However, we had decent data releases from Canada, and of course, we had the hawkish minutes from the previous gathering. Now, if we get a quiet and balanced meeting, that will probably allow the dollar bulls to stage a smaller rally towards the 135.71. However, if the Bank of Canada maintains its current hawkish stance, then we could see the dollar-Loonie pair have another sell-off towards the 133.75.
Achilleas, thanks so much. This was a preview video here at xm.com.